Okay, I let me see if I want to share with you a little visitor I had this morning. Let me see here, there it is. I thought, oh shit, that's a tarantula of some sort, but it's not. It's a spider with a bunch of eggs all over it. No, well, let's see. They're not eggs, they're little baby spiders all over it. That's a, gosh, I can't call the name of that spider. I know the spider quite well. They're real good bug eaters. What the heck is that? A lion spider, I think it's called. Anyway, that's welcome to my world. I've had to, this is about the only dry spot in the whole house. Let me back it up a little bit. Yeah, I've had water creeping down the walls. About the only dry spot is my computer desk and my library. But as you can see, I've been catching water. I threw it out, but it's been dripping down here. I've got some more. Well, actually, I'm going to move back in the house. My son's going to move out, and I'm going to take over the whole place here shortly. But I'll probably make this a chicken coop again before I'm done with it. But nevertheless, it's worked for the last few months that we have been able to each do our own thing without being, I don't have to listen to all his stuff, and he doesn't have to listen to all my stuff. And that's one of the things about living in close quarters with your kids, is your interests tend to be different. Hopefully, your interests tend to be aligned with each other, which we are. We're aligned with gardening, and he's really working hard on the health aspects and pushing me in that direction. Took a deck apart and then took some benches apart on another deck, and I'm probably going to put a carport together here before too long or something. One of my other sons wants some of those boards to use on a little project that he's got going on. There's one of my little kitty cats. I got two of those. One of them's got babies, 3 little black babies. And anyway, we've had a lot of rain here lately, and it's been kind of moist. It reminds me of 1967 when my dad took the roof off the house, and then a hurricane blew in. We had this kind of weather for, I don't know, a couple of weeks or so, and everything was damp. That canvas he put over the roof didn't get the job done, and this roof, I didn't really put it together worrying about whether it leaked or not. It was just to keep most of the weather off the chickens. And anyway, I've lived homeless, squatting on the land before. Fixed me up some nice little places. Actually, not squatting. I've actually been in one place. I was squatting for about a year, but other place I was a caretaker, keeping the bad guys from taking the last of the copper wire and anything else that they thought they might turn into $1 off that property. And anyway, so it was a nice place down by the river. Beautiful place to live, and I didn't have electricity or water for a couple of years there, but it was a beautiful place. And then after that, the lady moved in, or got the house going, and got some renters in there, and got electricity and water going. So I then moved from a camp, my tent, into a shed that was on the property, fixed that up, and had a good place for a couple of years more. But everything comes to an end eventually, and so now here I am on another nice little place here, and my son's going to take off here at the end of the month, and I'll have to work 4 days out of the month to pay for this place, and I have to push myself a little bit more than I've been doing, conducting this no confidence revolution of mine. Not mine, of ours, I should say. That's just the word I use for it, the no confidence revolution. And I think that is a kind of justifiable protest situation, kind of like the Declaration of Independence. Just they had no confidence in the British government that ended up being reconciliated with the colonists after the common man had given it his best and been eliminated for a good part. Well, many common men died. That's who the generals. They weren't supposed to shoot at the generals. The British thought that the Americans were rude and crude because they would shoot at the generals. The generals are just there to wine and dine each other. They knew each other from the French and Indian War, otherwise known as the 7 Years' War, and they were old comrades, camaraderie. They, instead of being a bad deal when one of those guys got taken in, they set out the wine and the best food and talked about how many Indians and Frenchmen they had killed. Anyway, so much for that. And it got to raining so much that I had to put that plastic there to keep my bed from getting wet. Well, that's it, folks. I just thought I'd share that spider with you. And looks like the bugs are in trouble around here with all those spiders that are going to be growing up around here. We don't put poisons around here. Try not to. This dead-gone fire ants got me to the point where I sprayed cat and dog flea spray on them. I couldn't handle them anymore, but we try to keep all the massive amounts of poisons, pesticides out of here, and also chemical fertilizers, and eventually we'll get that garden going good. Get some nice grass-fed cow poop and what other organic poop I can get a hold of. Chicken poop is great. Maybe if I get me some chickens, I'll have me some organic chicken poop. It'd be worth the money to eat organic eggs and have organic chicken poop for my vegetables. I don't believe I'll be wanting to eat those chickens, and if my son has his way, I won't be wanting to eat those eggs either. But we'll see how that works out. Okay, that's it. Talk to you later.